Okay, in this video I'm going to talk about the differences between the New Jersey school system and basically Florida's educational system. Now, after I came down and began living with my father, it took him a good, I think, anywhere between 2 and 4 months to find a school that was actually close enough and would accept me in school. Because we came down in March, and down here kids got out of school in May, basically my grandparents and my father just decided that it would do no good enrolling us in March, because it may take 3 to 4 weeks to get enrolled, and we might have a month of school before they go right back on break. So be that as it may, we just had kind of an extended summer vacation, and we had from I think it was the beginning of March, I think it was the 12th or something like that, all the way to August as kind of a summer vacation. So we had about 4 months, 5 months of vacation before we started school. Now, for some reason, I don't remember, my sister was able to get into school, I think about a month before I did. But I'm gonna fast forward through all that and just talk about once I got into school. I went to Durrance Elementary School down here. I was about halfway through the 3rd grade when I left New Jersey, but because I didn't finish, I had to begin the 3rd grade all over again. So that's what I proceeded to do. I went to Durrance Elementary School down here, and I can tell you, I was used to a closed-in school where you'd walk in, go to your classroom, and it was just a room with a couple desks, blackboard, and that was it. Well, down here at my elementary school, surprisingly enough, the school was big. It was a very big school, and it was open. Halls were separated, and you actually felt like you were outside. Rather than the halls being connected, there were sections. You'd have maybe your 1st grade section, and you'd walk outside. Of course, it was on a covered thing, kind of path, but it was outside, and you'd go to your 2nd, 3rd, 4th, and 5th grades. Well, in the classroom, it was just so different, and the way that teachers thought down here, it was almost like they were only going through the motions. And I figured out real quick that if I wanted to learn something, it was up to me. Contrary to the way it was in Jersey, teachers were not going to make sure you learned what they thought or taught. The way that it seemed to me that it worked down here was, they tell you they're going to cover something on a given day, and they're going to teach it. If you listen, you listen. If you don't, too bad. And it was a shock to me. There was no care about giving any one-on-one time to students. It was, as I said, just like going through the motions. And I didn't realize it until I got up into 4th and 5th grade. The primary thing I remember my first day of 5th grade is that our 5th grade teacher gave us a test to kind of see where we were, what we remember, and where to kind of pick up. And I don't remember any specifics about the questions. I just remember reading a question and thinking back to 4th grade. And I was never taught anything about the subject that this question was about. Not that I didn't remember, not that I didn't pay attention. I was not taught this. So I had no idea. And that's when it dawned on me that these teachers down here don't care. The school that I went to was I consider it a bad school. There was roaches and bad kids. Down here it's in the South, so of course you deal with, you have a higher population of African American people down here than you would up north. And not that I have anything against them, but the attitude that these kids have down here, it's as if there's no structure in their life at all. And they can be cruel, and they were. Because I was new to all of this, had no idea how to deal with any of it, didn't have anybody up north ever kind of treat me a certain way because of my physical condition or what I had to deal with. So it was a shock to me. And that was pretty much what went on in my elementary school years, all the way up until 5th grade. In the interest of trying to make this video not 8 or 9 minutes long, I hope it's not already, I'm gonna put my middle school experience in another part by itself. And that will hopefully be the next video in the kind of little series that I put up on this subject. So I hope you guys will stay tuned, keep watching. Thanks.